It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
I'm Chick McGee. Willie taking an hour off today. He'll be in a bit. Pat Godwin's still at home recuperating.
Boss's son, you know.
Do what now?
Boss's son.
Yeah.
Pat? Well, kind of.
Well, yeah. You finally got a kid that will never grow up. And there's Tom Griswold.
Good seeing you. I did have something funny happen to me yesterday.
And what's that?
Well, as I mentioned, my little girl Finn, who's about to turn 9. Wow. She's going to be in a wheelchair for a couple months. She had some surgery. She's fine.
Yeah.
But we decided to go on an adventure for the day.
Nice.
And first of all, the wheelchair, if you fold it up, it's exactly 1 millimeter to spare in the back of my car. And you got to take it half apart. But
and the engineering that they've incorporated into these wheelchairs,
it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and my dad was in a chair for a long time, so I'm used to hauling people around in them. But I don't know if you've ever done it, but you've got to take those legs off, and it's no big deal. It's fun. So we were in the bookstore. Mm-hmm. For more than an hour. We had some hot chocolate, we got some books, and had a great time. Then we came out, just checked local listings. It was quite chilly. Mm-hmm. But I pick her up, put her in the car, put her in the back, and I'm getting the thing ready to go. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? Before I get the wheelchair in the back of the SUV here, I'm going to go start the car so it warms up.
Yeah.
And I'd really lucked out. I had the very first space.
Okay.
I mean, it couldn't have been better even if it was a wheelchair space. I was right there. So I'm going to go start the car to warm it up. I go around. Someone had barfed all over the side of my door and the ground right next to the driver's thing. Who pukes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Yeah.
Hey,
so I had to kind of do this.
Judge.
I had to do this dance over the vomit.
That's rough.
Oh, that's gross.
You know,
But we had a great day.
One of two things is happening. One is the guy got sick and honestly vomited and couldn't control where he did it.
Right.
Or someone knows you were in that car. I'm betting on the second one. Because you have a history of people vomiting near you, on you.
I know that area you were in, and I can tell you where he ate, probably.
I was thinking the same thing.
Had this story yesterday, not really having to do with sports.
Good.
I'm reading this so Christy will cringe again.
What?
Pope Francis has criticized couples who choose to have pets instead of children,
Frankie!
saying that they're selfish.
Lighten up,
And arguing
Francis.
that their decision to forego parenthood leads to a, quote, loss of humanity, and it's a detriment to civilization. That's some pretty strong words.
Yeah, those are very strong
The
words.
Pope doesn't like my fur baby?
This is from a guy that has no kids that we know of.
Does he have a pet?
That he knows about.
Does the Pope have a dog?
That's my question.
I see him having like a pet squirrel or something.
Is there a papal dog? I have never seen.
I've never seen a papal dog.
And I imagine there probably isn't, because it would take away from, I think, it's not particularly dignified for a guy to be standing there with a yarmulke on and a robe, whatever the hell.
A yarmulke?
Yes, the Pope often wears a yarmulke.
Yeah.
Well, he wears a skull cap. I don't know what the name
Same
of it is.
A mitre, right?
You're right,
Oh,
Tom.
the skull
A
cap.
mitre.
Sometimes
the
he wears the...
Don't
Right,
listen
the
to
skull
these
cap.
people.
I don't know what that
And you know my theory on that. My theory on that is that they started using that because back in the day, these distinguished men would they'd be going bald. And their fallibility might come into question, so they make me a cap that covers the bald spot, will you?
I'm looking that up. Does the Pope have a pet?
I don't think so.
I think it'd also be weird, too, if they were, hey, please give to the poor, feed the poor. Oh, sorry, Scraps needs to eat.
He only eats Kobe beef.
Who's a good boy?
Oh, can you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, bless you, boys. This is the Pope.
Hey, Pope, you're in the news again. You don't like it when folks have no kids, huh?
Well, I was just trying to make a point to go and, be nice, to have some children.
Sure, I got 7 of them, your Popeness, so I'm doing okay.
Oh, Tommy, bless you.
Well, thank you.
You're a good boy. You're a good, godly man.
I've also got 2 dogs.
Waste of time.
Do you have a dog, your Popeness?
We're not allowed to have dogs around here.
Oh.
Something about, I don't know, insurance and stuff. If I had one, I'd have a Saint Bernard.
Oh, certainly.
Really?
Oh, I love those. They come around with the little barrel there. They got the sacrament right there in the barrel.
Oh, how nice.
I know you had that bird. I've seen pictures of you with that cardinal.
Oh.
No, those are the guys that have helped me out.
Your posse.
Yeah, that's my posse, man.
Okay.
The Pope is correct. They're not allowed to have pets in the Vatican apartments. They're not allowed in the Vatican.
Well, who's their landlord?
Yeah, it's in the lease, Tom. We signed the lease.
Oh.
They said something about first and last month deposit, and you got to pay the damages. And it's not worth it, you know?
You think the landlord comes around? Let's go. You're 2 days late on the rent there, Your Holiness. Let's go.
Oh, he doesn't care. You know, if the first of the month is on a Sunday, he's right there knocking at the door. It's like, I'm not a homer right now.
Yeah, we're talking about Italians.
You do not want to be late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I just can't believe that you don't have a dog. I mean, everyone loves dogs, right?
Yeah, I think.
I'm too busy. I'm poping all over the place.
You sure are.
That's true.
You kidding? So what about you, Chicky? You got a dog?
I do. I have 2 dogs.
Selfish or bastard?
Yeah. Well, I am an only child, so.
Hey, Chick, I've been wanting to say this for 20 years. Back in 1998. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Well,
Better hang up the phone.
Yeah, we better.
I'll leave it on your voicemail.
Hang on a second. I remember that.
Oh, you to remember.
Me and him, blessings, wine.
And I believe right now we're going to have a special feature. There we go. It's Jeff Oskay with. Well, I'll let Jeff introduce his feature. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, I'm Jeff Oskay. We give you a lot of news. We don't give you all the news. I'm here to give you the news.
Now, here's Jeff Oskay with what you failed to mention news. Pew, 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 pew.
It rained fish in a Texas town this past week due to a phenomenon known as animal rain. What you failed to mention on a similar note, Dolly Parton throughout her career had amazing hair thanks to a phenomenon known as white rain. White rain.
White rain.
It's a great hairspray.
Hairspray, okay.
Yes,
White.
yes.
That's what I thought.
This is off to a good start. A 67-year-old man was arrested for stealing an entire bridge. What you failed to mention, this senior citizen takes his bridge game super seriously.
Bridge game, you see?
Bridge, old people, a game they play. Yay. Some lady who farts and queefs in jars had to go to the hospital the other day because she thought she had a heart attack.
Yes.
What you failed to mention, come to find out, it wasn't a heart attack. It was actually a panic attack. Come to find out, she's just suffering from PTSBDD.
Okay.
I see.
All right.
That all adds up.
Thank you, Josh.
I see.
A woman spent $165,000 on a snow globe collection. What you failed to mention sounds like someone in her family needs to shake some sense into her.
Snow globe. Shake 'em, baby.
A man claimed the bags of meth and cocaine wrapped around his male member weren't actually his after being searched by police. What you failed to mention, the man claims he was just holding the drugs for his friend's penis. From a listener. Thank you, listener. Some chick married the color pink. What you failed to mention, as horrible as that is, imagine having to be one of her bridesmaids. You know the old saying, always the bridesmaid, never the insecure, wacky-ass broad who married a color because no man can stand her. You remember that old saying, right?
Absolutely. It's catchy.
Doctors are saying that men over 45 should not shovel snow because it raises their chances of having a heart attack. Well, you failed to mention just another in a long list of great reasons to dump your old haggy wife and marry younger.
Hey!
I see.
Rough week at Jeff's house.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
That's great, Kylie. Now go out and Instagram yourself shoveling some snow.
You nailed it on the name there.
Some dude somewhere set a record for ascending to the highest point on Earth from the lowest point on Earth. What you failed to mention, holding the record for descending from the highest point on Earth to the lowest point on Earth is still held by Private Ryan actor Tom Sizemore. or Cosby or OJ or Andy Dick or Tom Arnold or some other big old POS.
There's a lot of ammo.
David Rush is back at it again, setting a record for the fastest time to wrap someone in wrapping paper. What you failed to mention, when is good old Dave going to set the record for most books read to his children? Navy officer Amy Something became the first woman to command a U.S. nuclear carrier this week.
All right, good for her.
What you failed to mention, she immediately set course to the holiday clearance sale at Old Navy. That's right, baby.
That is a better joke than you're all giving it credit for. Old Navy.
I
This
get
is
it.
oh boy.
Thank you, Josh.
The good news is you don't have to parallel park a carrier.
Oh, wow.
You didn't even say your last
Are you
name.
kidding?
They can't park either.
Bauernschmidt is her last name.
Good job, lady. We're all proud of you. Finally, boat dweller Deborah called in to confront a chick over a weekend of passion 20 years ago in Fort Wayne, Indiana. What you failed to mention, ladies, next weekend, Josh and I will be at the Funny Bone in Dayton, Ohio. If you want to come out and make some memories that you can call 20 years from now and try to embarrass us with, that's next weekend at the Dayton Funny Bone, ladies. I've been Jeff Oskay,
And now,
Yes,
on
sir.
with the show.
Ah, very nice, Jim.
Hi-oh.
I love the rubber ducky tie.
Yeah, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that rubber ducky
Yeah,
tie.
that was stellar.
If you're listening yesterday, there was a bit of a controversy. The parent incident. A little bit of love with Chick.
I don't know if it
some
was
fan.
love. I don't know if it happened or not, but yeah.
This comes to us from Andre.
Oh, Andre.
Writing.
Andre was there. I remember him.
Oh, yeah, dinner.
No. Andre in Kingston, Canada.
Oh.
Listening to the Bob and Tom show, I was inspired to share my story about my encounter with Chick McGee.
Oh, boy.
Go, Andre. Go, baby.
It's the devil is in the details.
Mm-hmm.
We had a night of passion in Flin Flon, Manitoba.
Oh, how about that?
Chick,
We'll always have Flin Flon.
Chick ate cheese curds and dipped them in maple syrup and drank Molson Canadian.
Oh, man. I thought the night would
He was
go
wonderful.
on forever.
He was wonderful.
P.S.
Yes.
Andre continues.
Where else would you look for a man but in Manitoba?
He writes, P.S. I have marked August 1st on my calendar, preparing for the celebration of Josh Arnold Day, the famous 6-year milestone of Josh Arnold
Thank you
being
very
on the
much,
Bob and Tom
everybody.
show.
How about a three-way? Me, Josh, and Andre.
Andre.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Andre. Now, we found out, is Flin Flon, Manitoba a real place?
I don't know.
Canada's got some real silly names
That's
up
a
there.
great name.
A lot of con artists there. And
Flynn.
Oh, that's Flim Flam.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's Flim Flam, Saskatchewan.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
They're known for their flan there.
Man, that's a good movie. George C. Scott.
Oh, the Flim Flam man?
Flim
Oh, I
Flam.
love a good flan.
Flin Flon, let's just see. Yep. Flin Flon is a mining city
You got population there?
in the Canadian provinces of Manitoba. Oh, it's on the border of Manitoba and Saskatchewan.
Oh,
Cool. God, that's
Saskatoon.
funny. Andre, thank you so much. That's a great,
Saskatoon. That's right.
call it.
that's a great letter. Will you-
Sure is.
Okay, now,
speaking of Canada,
yes?
a group of rowdy Canadian passengers have been left stranded in Mexico after they partied on their flight to Mexico without wearing masks. Videos of the December 30th flight shared on social media show the unmasked passengers drinking, singing, smoking, dancing in the aisles, as well as standing on seats of the chartered flight from Montreal to Mexico. Sunwing Airlines subsequently canceled the group's return flight, while Air Transit and Air Canada refused to carry the passengers. Canadian officials said they have launched an investigation into the incident. And Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, he's a handsome man, branded the passengers idiots as well.
How'd you like that?
That's awesome.
Your leader.
Yeah, your Prime Minister.
right.
He feels compelled to comment on this.
Yeah.
But the problem is about to be Well, keep reading.
The trip was full of so-called social media influencers and reality TV stars.
Too bad the plane didn't go down.
As long as the pilots and flight attendants were okay.
An estimated 30 people on the flight have now tested positive for COVID-19.
Shocking.
30.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I wonder why we would call them idiots. I wonder why they're so worried about it. All of them tested positive?
They were all drinking from the same Grey Goose bottle. They were vaping. If you see the video, you'll go like, oh, my God.
The thing is, I will confess that there were times when we would have chartered flights and they would get
rowdy.
I was just going to say, didn't these folks actually kind of try to be responsible by not flying commercial? They knew they were going to party on the way down there.
But they still have to follow the same rules as...
there are certain regulations.
What a marm you are.
I thought they were all tested before they got on the plane.
Well...
Doesn't matter. I mean, I don't...
They're social media influencers. They were probably testing for SIF.
So now are they staying in some sort of quarantine hotel down there?
And they
having the time of their lives.
They're still partying,
this.
They don't know how to get
There's
home,
no way
but they don't
affected
care.
by this.
Yeah.
Gosh, I would love to be just young and hot. And
I bet they wish Rob Ford was still around. Get those heroes back here.
Oh, that Canadian guy that was the drunk.
Wasn't he the Toronto mayor?
He was a Cracksman fellow, wasn't he?
He was a comedian.
He was having fun.
He was having a good smoke.
Isn't he DOA?
He is.
Yeah. Okay, too bad. Well, so I guess these folks are still trapped there.
Moose attack.
So between this and what is his name, Johan Djokovic, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Locked in
Novak Djokovic.
Australian. Yeah, that guy.
The Joker.
Locked in anything.
He's in Australia, though.
The problem that because they were all so-called social influencers, they couldn't not. They're all releasing video of this, and that's why this made the international news wire.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
And they were vaping on the plane, you said?
Oh, yeah.
I want a little PSA to everyone out there who's discreetly vaping. You're not discreetly vaping inside. Everyone knows, please stop doing that.
Yeah.
I thought the point of vaping was that you could do it anywhere.
I think if you're in the privacy of your own home, but if you're at a restaurant, don't do it and blow it under the table. If you're at a comedy show, everyone can see you blowing your cloud up in the air.
Yeah, but that was the point of vaping, wasn't it? That you could do it and it wasn't the same as smoke?
But I think it is the same, and I don't think that you can do it in public. I think there are rules. Yeah, man.
I don't think there's such a thing as secondhand steam consumption that would be harmful.
Who knows?
But I like the fact that when you do it, it looks like you're emitting in a gigantic cumulus cloud.
I mean, it's a cloud.
It's funny. It's funny, yeah.
Yeah, so,
and it smells like an orange, which is nice.
Oh, sometimes blueberry muffins.
Sometimes apples, yeah.
Oh, and I have a little tip for you.
What's your favorite scent, Tom? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Depending on the legality of it. If you're in your car smoking pot, we can smell it.
Yes.
Well, you sure can. Isn't it amazing?
Unbelievable.
Now, does that mean it's good weed or bad weed?
I don't know, but guys, this could be an off-air conversation. I'm sorry.
I
apologize.
I think the better the weed is, the more it smells, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
For the most part, yeah. There are, we did a story, I believe. There was some company in California or Colorado, and they were trying to grow pot that was not very smelly.
Well, that would be a great thing. I was picking up a pizza over the break, and I was waiting, and I was sitting there, and this kid walked in. I mean, I seriously think I had a contact high.
Christy, if you're at a pizza shop, that's ours, okay? That's our place.
Yeah, what do you expect?
The battlefield,
it was
okay?
Christmas
This is like
Eve.
someone complaining about getting hit by a baseball at a ball game.
It was Christmas Eve.
Happen.
Oh, my gosh.
I believe we do have Brett Carter of Normal, Illinois, joining us on the phone. Brett was a recent winner of the Bob and Tom Pigskin Pick'em. Can you hear me okay, Brett?
Yeah, sure can.
Well,
Okay,
hi,
good,
Brett.
good. Thanks for joining us. Karen Jones, this week's winner, we were unable to get a hold of her.
Oh, okay.
So you won while we were on vacation, Brett. So we thought we'd let you pick against Chick McGee in the shoe-in of the week.
Is it Brett or Brent? What is it?
Brett.
Brett.
No N.
Brett.
And you do live in Normal, Illinois?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Do people give you grief about it being normal, or?
Oh, not too much. The joke always is you should move to Bloomington because then you'd be closer to normal.
I
like that very much.
Yes.
Okay, maybe not a joke, but...
Well, no.
Hey, listen, you're following Josh's huge submarine hunk.
Do you have a favorite NFL team, Brett?
Unfortunately, it's the Jets.
The New York Jets, really? I had you picked as a Bears guy, but okay. The Jets travel to Buffalo this week to battle the mighty Bills, and the Jets are getting 16.
Wow.
Wow.
Who do you like, the Bills or the Jets plus the 16?
Well, after what they did to the Bucs last week, I think I'll take the Jets and the points.
Yeah.
All right.
Good
They
idea.
did look pretty good. I'm going to take the Jets plus 16 too. That's a big number. We'll see how that works out. Now, the Los Angeles Raiders host the San Diego Chargers this week. Whatever. The Vegas Raiders are getting 3. Who do you like, Raiders or the Chargers?
I like the Raiders.
I do too. Raiders plus 3. That's my double shock. My new favorite team. Tom, write that down.
Okay.
Denver plus 10 hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Who do you like, Kansas City or the Broncos?
The Chiefs.
Chiefs, really? Well, that's wrong. I'll take Denver plus 10 and Atlanta plus 4 against the Saints. Who do you like, Falcons or New Orleans?
I like the Falcons and the points there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm taking the Falcons and the points as well. So we only disagree on the Chiefs-Broncos pick. So there you go. That's this week's shoe-in of the week.
Oh, well, thank you. And Brett, you won yourself a beautiful big green egg. Oh, they're awesome. And it's the Mini Max from the Green Egg folks, the Rolls Royce of grills. And which week did you win? Did you win the week of Christmas?
Yeah, I think it was that week.
How nice.
Okay. And do you know how many you got right?
I got 15 out of 16.
Okay, and then there was a tiebreaker, of course. So congratulations to you.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live with the Bob and Tom app. And be sure to tune in next